Master Yungu's advice on changing destiny. The principle of changing destiny. The following year I went to Nanjing. Before I was to enter the National University there, I paid a visit to Master Yungu, a venerable Zen master at Qisha Mountain. We sat in meditation, face to face in the Zen hall, for 3 days and nights without sleep. Master Yungu said, the reason why ordinary people cannot become sages is because of wandering thoughts. In our 3-day meditation, I have not observed a single thought arise in you. Why? I replied that Mr. Kong had clearly predicted the entire outcome of my life. I had seen that the time of life, death, promotion and failure are all destined. There was no need for me to think of anything. The master smiled and replied, I thought you were someone of remarkable capabilities. Now I realize you are an ordinary person. Liao-Fan and Master Yungu sat face to face in the meditation hall for 3 days without fatigue or sleep. How? Because they did not have any wandering thoughts. They were able to conserve all of their energy. Master Yungu thought Liao-Fan to be extremely young to have achieved this difficult and rare level of cultivation. Ordinary people are unable to become arhats or attain higher levels of achievement because they have too many wandering thoughts. The Avatamsaka Sutra tells us, all sentient beings have the same wisdom and virtuous abilities as the Buddha, but because of wandering thoughts and attachments, sentient beings are unable to uncover these abilities. So the cause of not being able to become a sage is our wandering thoughts. Feeling confused by what Master Yungu had said, I asked him to explain. He told me that an ordinary person's mind is forever occupied by wandering and imaginary thoughts. So naturally, his or her life is bound by the mathematics of destiny. We cannot deny the fact that destiny exists, but only ordinary people are bound by it. Destiny cannot bind those who cultivate great kindness or those who have committed flagrant wrongdoings. Since I lived my life just as Mr. Kong had predicted and done nothing to change it, I had been bound by destiny. Thus, I was a typical ordinary person. Taken aback, I asked Master Yungu if we could change our destinies. He answered, we can recreate our own destiny and seek good fortune. It is the true teaching and is found in the Book of Songs and the Book of History. Master Yungu explained that if one has not yet attained the state without wandering thoughts, then one is still at the mercy of fate. Why? If a person had reached the state of no wandering thought, he or she would have transcended the control of fate. Did Liao-Fan reach this state of no wandering thoughts? No. He simply did not wish to think about anything because he realized the futility of doing so. But he still had wandering thoughts. He still thought, I do not need to think about anything. My destiny has been foretold, thus I clearly know my whole life. Having yet to reach the state of no wandering thought, we are still bound by our fates. Profoundly deep concentration is not achievable by ordinary people in our world. When the Zen patriarch Master Huangbi was in this state of deep concentration, he was able to break through the dimensions of time and space. At this point, the past, present and future all became one. Thus, everything is perfectly visible. Using mathematics to deduce the future is achievable by ordinary people in this world. However, they are unable to actually see the past, present and future. It requires deep concentration to reach the state of being able to see the future. This is only achievable by beings with deep concentration beyond the 3rd stage of sagehood in Theravada Buddhism. Master Yungu told Liao-Fan that although ordinary people are bound by destiny, it cannot control those who have accomplished numerous exemplary deeds. Neither can it control those who have committed many flagrant offences. Liao-Fan had been bound by Mr. Kong's predictions for 20 years. He had done nothing to change them, and so he was indeed an ordinary person. A person of great virtue also had a set destiny, but he or she has changed it. The same applies to those who have committed excessive offences, for they too have changed their destinies. We can see that Liao-Fan did not cultivate either extremely good or bad deeds, since his life accorded so completely with what had been predicted. Can fate be changed? Can we escape it? Yes. To escape is to transcend. Although there are variables in the set numbers, Mr. Kong, either not knowing about the variables or not knowing how to calculate them, had predicted just the set numbers. Since the variables are within our control, we can recreate our own destinies. We can seek our good fortune. Before meeting with the Master, Liao-Fan did not know about these variables. Did the Master believe that the set numbers existed, that the future could be calculated? Yes. Before a person achieves the state of no wandering thought, he or she is bound by destiny. Master Yungu completely acknowledged the reality of predestination. However, Buddhism is not about predestination. It is about recreating destiny. We can only depend on ourselves to do this, to become awakened. No one else can do this for us. We recreate our own destinies and seek our good fortune. Since Liao-Fan was a scholar, he knew the teachings of Confucius, and so the Master cited principles from the Book of Songs and the Book of History to awaken him. Master Yungu understood these teachings and confirmed that they were important and true. In the Buddhist teachings, it is written that if we wish for and seek wealth, a high position, a son, a daughter, or long life, we can attain it. Since the Buddha told us that lying is one of the greatest transgressions, we can be assured that Buddhas and Bodhisattvas would not deceive us. As Buddhists, we learn that in seeking wealth, one will attain wealth, and in seeking children, one will attain children. Even if we were not meant to have children in this life, upon practicing goodness, we can have a child. We learned from the text that Liao-Fan was not meant to have a long life. He was supposed to die at 53, but he lived until the age of 74. By cultivating according to the teachings, we will attain whatever we seek. Buddhism encourages us to recreate our destinies rather than be constrained by them. Jiangjia, living Buddha, said, "In Buddhism, all of our sincere pleas will be answered." He explained that most people are unable to attain what they want because they do not accord with the teachings. If we understand the principles and methods and have sought something in accordance with them, then we are assured of receiving a response to our sincere requests. If we do not receive the desired response after having accorded with the teachings, it is due to our karmic obstacles. Once we have successfully eradicated these obstacles, we will gain the desired results. As Jiangjia, living Buddha, said, "With proper seeking, we can receive everything." Once we understand the fundamental principles, we will understand that everything in this world and beyond arises from the mind and changes according to our perceptions. If we seek to become Buddhas, we will become Buddhas. If we seek to become heavenly beings, we will become heavenly beings. Everything accords with the mind.